Some of you may have noticed that the Soliloquy YouTube channel has reached 10,000 subscribers. This is amazing, so thank you for giving this channel a chance. Some of you may have also noticed that we're actually a little bit over 10k now, but it wouldn't be a Soliloquy celebration video if it were on time, since it takes me some time to make my videos. Which brings me to the main point of today's video. One of the most common questions I'm asked is how do you make your videos and what software do you use? You guys are really quite determined to find this out. Well, today, your wish is my command. As for the rest of this video, I'll briefly walk you through the life cycle of a Soliloquy video. Every video begins with an idea. These come from a variety of places: podcasts, other YouTube videos, just random thoughts that pop into my head, and, of course, your ideas from the comments. When I have an idea for a topic, it gets added to the list, and eventually I might look into it further. When it comes time to have a closer look into a topic, I'll begin with some preliminary research. The goal here is to identify if there is sufficient interesting material to make a video on the topic, and will involve an hour or two of reading Wikipedia, blogs, and watching other videos that might already be out related to the topic. In most cases, this is where a video is scrapped. Assuming I decide that the topic warrants a more thorough look, I then start to dig deeper into the topic. At this point, I'll turn to books and journal articles, and try and get to the bottom of the story. Then comes the writing, and the rewriting, and the changes, and the more rewriting, and the more changes, and well, you get the point. With a script finished, it's time to break out the microphone and record the audio. Product details and links of my current kit in the description, by the way. This relies on me finding a time when there isn't too much noise from the playground across the road from our apartment or from the next door dance school. I probably should record in a specialized program, but I actually record directly into Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm not terribly good at this part, so it takes me much longer than it should to record the audio. But once this infuriating process is over, I have to tackle the audio edit. I'm always trying to improve my audio quality, and some of that is applying some filters to the audio. For my previous video on photosynthesis, I added a de-esser, an equalizer to make the track sound a bit warmer, and some soft compression to normalize the volume. Now I need to cut out the many, some of that is waiting for cars to drive past before I actually say random. Now I need to cut out the many mistakes I made while recording and get the track to form a coherent story. Everyone has a voice in their head that they like, and a voice in the recordings that they like less. I'm no different, and I can find it as awkward as anyone, editing the recording of my own voice. But once it's done, I send that audio over to Adobe After Effects to make the animations. A quick side note, my early videos, right up until everything you ever wanted to know about color, had their animations done in a little known animation program called PowerPoint. If you're wanting to start making videos, just do it. You can always improve your quality and technology later. But back to After Effects, where I have an audio file and not much else. So before I animate, I need to have some artwork. I make my drawings in Illustrator. Some drawings I make from scratch, but some I base off public domain vector graphics that I can find on sites like Wikimedia Commons and Pixabay. This artwork is then animated back in After Effects. Like with the audio quality, with each video I'm trying to improve and try a new technique. And photosynthesis is fascinating. The growing plant you see at the beginning is the first time I've used that technique. And why is Canada not part of the United States? For the first time, I animated a pen writing on a piece of paper. And in From Empire to Europe, Imperial Preference, I animated a smoke effect for the first time. With the animations done, this is then rendered as a very large AVI file, and brought back into Premiere Pro to meet up with the original audio. The intro and end slate sequences are added, as well as background music and occasionally some Foley sounds, and the video is ready to be rendered as an MP4 file for upload to YouTube. Preferably, I get someone, usually my wife, to watch it before uploading it to YouTube, and usually there's some small error of some sort that requires fixing. While it's uploading, I make a thumbnail in Illustrator and set up an automatic search of Reddit for the video being shared over on If This Then That. I paste in the description and the tags, and set up closed captions, cards, and annotations. Once that's all set up, I hit the publish button and the video goes live. Then I wait for the first comment. If it says first, I issue the commenter one of my coveted certificates of first commenthood. Finally, I return to the comments to read about all the things that I got wrong. Then it's back to the list, to start all over again.